Now we return to the issue of marijuana legalization in California with Dale Clare. She runs the executive chancellor, she is the executive chancellor of Oaksterdam University. That is a cannabis trade school. And also she is the spokesperson for Control and Tax Cannabis 2010. Ma'am, welcome to the show. It's good to have you with us. I've described you as running
Good morning.
a marijuana trade school. Did you teach people how to grow it, to sell it, to market it, as if it's a fully legal product?
Well, we teach safety and responsibility under California law, but before we'll teach anyone how to grow it, we focus on the politics and history of cannabis and prohibition, as well as civics, your personal rights and responsibilities, along with science of cannabis, how it affects your body, and how to dose responsibly. Make sure that you only use enough to feel relief and then stop.
Okay, it seems to me that in California at least, marijuana is virtually fully legal. That being the case, and this being a financial program, can you tell us what kind of profit margin might be built into 1 ounce of marijuana?
Well, you can talk about profit margins, but really that depends upon the business person and their entrepreneurial spirit. Really what we're talking about here, Stuart, most importantly, is jobs. We are offering tens of thousands of jobs in retail, transportation, security, and agriculture. We're not just talking about cannabis, we're also talking about hemp, and that's important for our Central Valley farmers. This is about jobs.
Am I right in saying that you got this ballot initiative coming up? It's highly likely to pass. Am I right in saying that you are looking at full legalization, full retailing, marketing, all the rest of it in California very soon?
Very soon. In fact, as of November 3rd, all the initiative will do is allow possession for adults. What it does is it sets up a system whereby the state itself can have a system similar to what, say, Washington does with alcohol, or, more importantly, local control. The communities that know their locals best can determine the best way to move forward. Cities like Los Angeles that are currently struggling with whether or not sales are legal under California law because of simple interpretations of that law. This will clarify that issue. So if your community simply wants to tax and regulate medical sales, they can now do so clearly and consistently under California law.
If everything goes your way, can you see the day, maybe 6 months or a year down the road, where I fly from New York to California and I walk out on the street and I'll see all kinds of pot shops, openly advertised. I can walk in and select different grades, THC content, for example, from different regions of the world, pay different prices, and walk out with it already rolled up for me. I mean, are we close to that kind of legalization situation?
Well, it would probably take a few years to set up the standards and regulation to attain that, but really at this point, why go to Amsterdam when you can come to Oaksterdam? We can keep our money here in the United States of America, and this is an important point you bring me to. We can redirect these necessary resources that law enforcement is currently focusing on crimes of possession. We're paying a danger tax right now that is funding the Mexican drug cartels. We can redirect this money into what matters most, not just to California, but the United States. This can go towards public health, public safety programs, transportation, law enforcement tools, and training. When I call 911, I want my officer to show up quickly, well-trained, and with good equipment.
Supposing he shows up stoned? I mean,
In fact, it's important that we understand. No, you bring up a good point, Stuart. This is very, very important that we're trying to control cannabis. The free-for-all is right here and now. We've already failed with prohibition once before. We saw what happened. And you don't see folks running bottles of liquor over the border anymore. They're running cannabis. And over 60% of the profits with the drug war are due to cannabis. Those profits should come back to our communities. They should go to what matters most.
Dale Clare, who runs a marijuana trade school. I'm sorry, but I apologize for the delay. It's hard to get a good conversation going.
No problem.
But Dale, you've straightened us out on a few things, and we appreciate you being with us. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Stuart.